Okay. Live and direct. Big up to everyone locked in. CG, I put you on the damn intro and you weren't even looking. Waste, man. But big up to
No.
you.
I actually was because I'm on my phone. I was trying to retweet the actual thing itself, so I saw it. I did see it.
I don't know why I got triggered so early in the morning,
bro. I don't know what's been going on with you recently. Been getting triggered kind of quick.
Just getting triggered really quickly, innit? All good. Listen, more news to speak about. Liverpool conversation to be had. Just finished watching G stream and hit some key points I wanna speak about as well, but I'll find room within the topics I have created today to address them because I feel like there was some good conversations there, and I wanted to, see what the people think as well. Big up to everyone locked in, by the way. Appreciate your support as always. I would say like the video, but I'll give you guys the room to do what you please. So if you want to like it, like. If you don't want to like it, leave a thumbs down. But I appreciate you regardless. Also, before I forget, because I did last time and it was, bad of me not to, let me see if I can find it. No, it was a super chat that I didn't read out in the last.
Oh, you did
maybe
say
the stream
that,
before. Maybe was it the stream before? I can't remember now, but I forgot. So I took a picture of it and now I can't find it because I'm always doing so much damn media work on my damn phone. There we go. It was from Sahil. Big up to you. I appreciate it, man. And my bad for not reading it out last time as well. It says 20 goals conceded, 18 goals scored, 7 losses, and 1 win in our last Premier League. One win in our last 8 Premier League matches. What else is there to say? ARNE slot out. Big up to you for the super. And my bad for not reading it last time. I apologize. G, you already know, man. We always do the check-in, make sure the people them are well. How are you first and foremost, broski, before we even speak about Liverpool?
Before we get my blood pressure boiled up, boy. But nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah. I'm blessed. Just as usual, man. Usual start of the day. Today's a Tuesday, so I'm a bit more relaxed and free today. You know what I'm saying? Monday's always a rush around kids and all of this kind of stuff. So yeah, today I'm good. I can take it a little bit easy, get some things sorted out. Gonna sort out it's my son's birthday next month, so I want to try and get the presents. I'm gonna actually try and get some today, actually, to be fair, later on, but I'll do that online. So I can just sit at a computer, edit some stuff, vibes with the man them, see what they're saying. I'm good, man. How about you? How are you?
All good, bro. I thought I would have had a more busier day, but I don't. I was saying I've got a group session later that I got to do. Apart from that, gym later as well. And then I might have to pick up the oldest, but I don't know yet. Maybe I can put it off for someone else to do, but we'll figure it out.
Oh, I can't even get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't do it. But then I've got the youngest with me because he's off ill. But I don't know if he's blagged me for the day 1, and I think he's blagged me for day 2. I feel like there's
it can't be a day 3.
Bro, I promise you, yeah. Even because his mom was meant to do the school run this morning, I was meant to have the morning off, but obviously not, bro. So he goes to his mom. Oh yeah, my stomach's still hurting. I'm like, I'm hearing it because I'm downstairs doing some stuff, yeah. But I'm hearing him like, oh yeah, my stomach still hurts, blah blah blah. And I'm like, he's trying to blag it, bro. As soon as she come into me and go, what would you think like yesterday? I said, yeah. To be fair, he was ill yesterday, so probably, yeah. So I was like, maybe he's not, bro. You see the scene as I give the cosign, so I've given it the tick, like, oh, you can have it off. He had, like that's, and big up to everyone in the chat. There's a day when you didn't want to go to school and your mom gave you or your dad gave you the cosign, like, no, I don't have to go. You went from ill to excitement, like you're like, oh my days, I
get the day off. And the thing is, it's almost like you forget that you were sick. Like you actually forget, like, no, I'm actually sick. And the thing is, like, listen, he probably is genuinely sick and whatnot. But you forget in that moment where you're like,
bro,
no, what, dad? And listen, in most households, in the good households anyway, it's gonna be the dad is the dad, right? And obviously, Enz, I know is a dad. So I know when Enz is like me. If we give the, all right, cool, fuck it. I promise you, our children are always like, it's like you can see the weight has just been lifted. The illness just went, literally just left their body because they're like, you know what? If Dad said yes, I guarantee he's going to be good today. I guarantee he's going to be
Bro, he's been chilling. He's been like calm. He's just like, yeah. And you know what I mean? But bro,
because he knows.
I'll tell you, yeah. And then obviously my oldest, he's like, oh, he's off. He's having today off because of his stomach. So he's there too. But I know his face like, this guy's blagging it, yeah. But he's turned to his brother, yeah, going like, yeah, like I'm gonna be off. But I can see in his face, he wants to be like, you waste, man. You gotta go.
Yeah, of course. What? I have to go to school and you get to stay home like and chill. Nah, that's not cool. Play
bro,
games.
In his head, I see the waste, man. I saw in his face, yeah. He's holding the smirk. He's trying to be all like, oh yeah, I'm down, not feeling great. I'm like, nah, this guy. And then he comes in there, it's like, yeah, Dad, like, and then he puts his arm around my shoulder. Yeah, so I'm sitting on the bed. He's come in the room, put his arm around my shoulder, like, yeah, Dad, like, yeah, I'm just, I'm not feeling too good today, so yeah.
I've already given you the deal.
And I like, don't try and sweet and button me up now. I've already said yes. It's
already past the time where I would have had to take you. Like, we're good now. Like you.
Yeah, we're now going to be late.
Lying or not, you've got it now.
Yeah, but it's just the smirk on his face. Yeah, I promise you. And then since then, he's chilled. He hasn't really said that. The only thing he's asked me, oh yeah, can you make me something to eat? I'm like, bro, I swear I just gave you some food, but I know. I'm just like, nah, I got stuff to do, my guy. Let me do my thing.
Leave me alone. And then,
but nah, I gave him his stuff now. So fingers crossed, we got an hour to chop up football. But listen, big up to everyone inside, man. But that's
just before you continue. It's funny that you just said there we've probably got like an hour. Guys, if you ain't got kids, and most of you will know, even just like nieces and nephews and stuff, I promise you, these boys, their eating habits at young ages is mad. Like I'm telling, Enz just said an hour. I promise you, in an hour's time, his son's gonna be like, kind of hungry, you know, like hungry, brother. You just ate like how much food do you need to consume in a day?
I don't know, man. His metabolism is dumb. Yeah,
but I can't lie. Yeah, I'm starting to think. Yeah, and I don't know, and I can't speak for every school. I'm starting to question schools. Like, how much are you giving my child to eat? Because they seem to be coming home mad hungry sometimes. But he's telling me.
But that's what we do. We do pack lunches though, innit?
Oh
like,
yeah,
we don't.
You're smart.
And it's obviously we could do it, but I was just like, nah, because at least I know what he's getting. I know what he's getting, and that's I rather us do that. And then it's on us, innit?
Listen, pack lunch is better anyway. Pack lunch is always going to be better because it's a healthier meal. You, as you said, you know exactly. You know exactly.
I know exactly. I know the person didn't come in and start sneezing in the food and doing a madness.
literally.
I know, innit? I know. But listen, big up to everyone. Oh, there's a super as well. Big up, man. Big up to Randy. Big up to you, my guy. Appreciate the super. Says best intro on YouTube. Run the rhythm ends. I appreciate it, bro. And I agree. Even though G's one's all right still. I like G's one.
Nah, but why did you try to change your intro? Like, why did you change it? Like, you changed it for one stream and then
no.
Intro, bro.
It's just to, you know, when you're trying to throw some stuff out to see what people think. So I threw it out to see the reaction. And then some people were like, yo, man didn't even question about the stream itself. I didn't get comments about the stream itself. Man said, no, Enz, bring back the intro. I'm
man.
What about the stream though? What's your thoughts on the stream? Man said,
we don't care. The stream was the stream, whatever. We need to get the intro because the music is vibesy. I like chilling, especially when I'm in the back office. I'm always like vibes into the music kind of thing. I want that. I don't want to like the worst thing is maybe if you was gonna change it, you would have had to change. You could keep the visuals of what you were trying to do, but the music has to stay. Like the music can't go. That is now your signature thing, and I feel like he should just keep it. I don't know what you guys in the chat think, but I think Enz should keep the intro music as is.
And it looks like I'm gonna have to be fair, because it is. And I've seen you said I've seen some of the guys saying Coppish one is good. Nah, it's not better than mine though. I'll be biased. Not even be biased. Mine is cold.
I'm gonna say.
Nah, do you know what? Okay, do you know why I give it? Because John done the beat over it. So big up to John. G, do you remember how long I've asked John? John only works with bigger channels than it looks like, because John, I've asked John since a year and a half ago. And John, I know you're gonna be watching this. You're probably at work. You probably got your headphones.
He's watching it now. He's in the
way.
chat right now. He's in the chat right now.
And man decided he didn't want to make, and he didn't make my intro for me.
Hey John, man, you're doing the man them, you know what I'm saying, doing the man a disservice, bro.
No, he's got his favorites, man, like ARNE Slot, bro.
I hear it.
He's got his favorites. He's got his favorite, like ARNE Slot. I've asked him to make me a beat. Make me the beat, my guy. Give me that beat. He spat over the beat. I'm like, yo, Coppish one sounds calm. Yo, cool. Do your thing, John. Music, yeah. I said a year and a half, potentially 2 years ago. John, allow it. Like, make me blah, blah, blah. Then I'll create the video. I'll make the intro, slap it on top. Boom. That sounds mad. But, and I'll make it into a masterpiece. Nah, he goes, yeah, ends. Don't worry. On the, do you know what? He called in on the last stream. I should have said something to him then.
Should have said, yeah.
But I've got his number. No, but I can message him. I got his number. I'll message him. Don't worry about it. I'll say, John, how's that tune 2 years ago? How's that?
John, a year and a half. Come on, Memandem. Anyway, big up to John.
Nah, he only works with big channels.
Yeah, maybe. To be fair, I can't even say that because he was the one who did my previous.
But you knew him before I did, so technically you got longer friendship there.
Very true. And but to be fair, it was from Jerry. So really, it's Jerry was the one. Really, if anything, blame Jerry. I would say blame Jerry. I feel like Jerry's the.
You have to go through Jerry to get it.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through Jerry. All right. I'm gonna go through Jerry to sort it then, I guess. Yeah, because I'm not waiting another 2.5 years. I'm adding more time now. I've added an extra half a year now.
I was gonna say it was a year and a half, now 2, now it's 2.5. For all we know,
I'm not waiting that long. Nah, it's deep, bro. And I feel like it's all right. I don't even want to crash out about it. It's fine. I'll let it go. Like, bro, just let it go with it. Let me switch to here.
Yeah.
People, Carragher is speaking again. Jamie Carragher is speaking again. I want you guys' honest opinion on this, right? He's saying, and I quote, I only hear Mohamed Salah speak when he gets man of the match or he needs a contract. I was like, raw, okay, Carragher, we're starting beef. Like, I know you don't mind saying what you want to say, but you're starting beef, my guy. I hear it. He's saying he wants to hear more. He said Virgil has to come out and do the media stuff, which is fair. Yep, he's the captain. But he wants to hear a bit more from Salah as well. And I think what's happened is a lot of the guys, obviously, in the punditry team now are players from the old school way of football, the old school way of thinking. They had leaders amongst themselves that weren't captains. Carragher, Gerrard will tell you openly, he was a leader in the team. He was the most vocal. I led Gerrard, meaning more by how I played and performance. And that's the way I led, but he was more the speaker. So he's probably thinking, oh, as a leader, as one of the leaders in the group, I need to hear you, not tweets, because I think a lot of people, I started seeing on Twitter, a lot of people quoting tweets like, oh, he said this and he said that. I think, and I don't want to make it up, Carragher, I think he was talking about come out in the media conversation and speak about what's actually going on with the football team and what we're going to do to kind of change it. And I think because he just keeps hearing, when we keep hearing Virgil, starting to get annoyed now because it's not that Virgil isn't saying the right things, but we're not seeing actions to go with the right things. So you start thinking, oh, is he the only one that thinks this? Or is the whole team? Because I'm not seeing a reaction. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe that's not what he meant, but that's what I took out of it. And I could obviously be wrong, completely wrong here. But that's what I thought about it. So I want to know what you think in terms of the comments itself, how you took the comments. And I'm sure many people are going to agree and disagree with Carragher because most don't even like him at the moment. Yeah, even though technically he's still he's a legend for the club.
He's a legend of the club. Bro.
I don't know why he keeps getting cooked. We just keep cooking the legend. He is a Champions League winner. I know he didn't win the Prem, but yeah.
We always, when anybody talks bad about Liverpool, immediately you forget ends. Especially, you've forgotten. You're an enemy of the club, so you should understand where Carragher is coming from.
Yeah, because that's true.
When you're an enemy of the club, you say certain things that are not favorable, kind of thing. So in regards to this, anyway, bro, I'm 100% on Carragher's side. Brother, we only hear from Mo Salah in the media when last season, when all he did was open his mouth every single week to tell everybody that the board are not really trying to, you know, give into the demands. And, you know, sometimes he was even laughing with Virgil when he was doing the whole, oh, yeah, you know, maybe we might sign a new contract. Bro, he was doing interviews with freaking, who was it? I don't want to say GQ, but it was one of these. It was something to do, I think, with like Ballon d'Or or something like that. When we thought he was potentially going to win it and stuff like that because he was in form and stuff, right? He was doing all of that, but he was talking bare. He was talking bare in the media about what Liverpool weren't doing. You see, when Liverpool are now playing shit, brother, well, you can't even speak one time. I know I've seen some people in the comments, and I can see what about Robbo, but Robbo is obviously, it's only recently Robbo has been obviously playing games, right? Salah plays every single game. And if we're being real, the reality is he's supposed, and maybe I'm wrong, but he is supposed to be one of the leaders in the team. Well, you can't even come out one time and not just leave it all to the captain, because to me, and it's not just him, but he's definitely included. To me, you've now, all of the rest of the team have just said, fuck that. I'm not even trying to, let's just leave that to Virgil. So everyone's being shook at this moment in time. And Salah, you are included. Robbo, you are included. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because you guys ain't trying to come out, because we're hearing Van Dijk, as N said, and we're getting annoyed because we're not seeing the actions, right? Cool. I'm not even saying that if Salah came out, we would just be happy. I'm not saying that. But it can't always just be Virgil. Like Salah, you play every single game. You should be coming out at the end of games and saying, you know what, actually, I see Jared Bowen do it. That wasn't good. I can't remember what game it was I watched. Jared Bowen, after the game, they lost the game. Wasn't good enough. Myself wasn't good enough. I need you, Salah, to be saying stuff like that. And these are little things that go a long way to getting more people on your side, because we all know everything's about perception, right? We all know everything's about like how people perceive certain things, and if it looks like you're trying, then maybe we will give you a bit of a blight. Tweets, I don't want to see you tweet, bro. You're out here, you got the big talk when it comes to tweets. You did the big tweet at the beginning of the season where them man were cooking, I think Diaz and Nunes, or I can't remember who it was, and then you wanted to do the whole, okay, you could do the big talk. Why don't you come out after the game and open your mouth as well? Why don't you stand there next to Virgil van Dijk and speak to the reporter, whoever it is asking the questions? Why don't you come out and say, and you know what, actually, Liverpool got a game against, who's it, PSV. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow. Tomorrow. I don't know who's doing the media duties. Salah, why don't you do the media duties? Why don't you do the media duties and let them ask you the hard questions? Not Kirkes, not Zabozalai or Curtis Jones or whoever it is that they ask these questions, right? Why don't you come out and do it? Because at this point in time, you're one of the worst players that we've got in the team, but you're one of the leaders of the team. So guess what? We're going to need you to open your mouth and at least show that your fans, and I'm talking just fans of Mo Salah and the fans of Liverpool and the fans of both, I'm saying they just need to see that, oh, you know what? As much as we get it, he's saying the right things, cool, whatever. We're not seeing the actions, fair enough. But at least he's actually taking accountability. At least us as fans. Remember, we're just fans. We don't know what you're saying behind closed doors. So to us right now, Salah, you're not taking accountability. You're not taking accountability. And by the way, it's not just Salah. We're just talking about him now. There are other players, Robbo, whatever. But Robbo, I have heard him speak, and I have heard him come out after games. And I hear Robbo, when he does speak, he'll tell you it's not good enough. He'll tell you that. He'll tell you that. But we're not hearing Salah. So when Carragher said this, I was like, I thought this was obvious. Like, honestly, Ends, I fully thought this was obvious. I fully thought that this was like, oh, yeah, I didn't think people were going to be mad. I thought the comment, because I did the same as you. I read the comment section, checked to see what people were saying. You know, the typical, let's see what the temperature is. Bro, I'm seeing people getting, oh, typical Carragher. I'm like, what?
Bro, he's right. Carragher's getting smoke. Yeah, he's holding hella smoke.
No. Carragher is correct. Forget even, just not even to be rude, forget even what N said about them not being from the old school and stuff like that. I'm just asking you to just be a leader in the fucking team, my guy. And just come out after games where you've done shit, you've had your 3 touches, the ball's ricocheted off your fucking shoulder every time, whatever the case may be, and you tell us what's going on. You do that. Like, it shouldn't, and everybody in the chat, you all know Salah's my favorite player. So I'm not even trying to do the bias. No, I'm really not. Because I'm also quite annoyed at the fact that Salah's not saying anything and he's just keeping quiet and red-tear. Like, no, come on, man. Like, the team's doing poorly, bro. It can't just be Virgil van Dijk. And when it's Virgil, now we're getting sick and tired of hearing Virgil van Dijk because we're hearing from him all the time. We need to hear different voices. We need to know that this is actually hurting the whole team. Because right now, the way you guys are playing and the way you're acting, it's definitely not showing that. My rant.
Nah, I hear it. I put a poll in the chat as well, guys. As G said, let's check the temperature within the room and see. I am with you on this one as well, G. In terms of, I thought it was just common knowledge, but at the same time, I think what a lot of people did was they looked at tweets he done in it.
Yes.
So they went back and looked at like 2 tweets. One this season when he was saying, it was Nunes and Diaz, and he said, "Look, stop disrespecting the Premier League guys." Yeah, so someone wrote, isn't this one of the biggest upgrades in history or something like that? He quote tweeted it and said, "Stop disrespecting the man, them calm." But that's not really saying stuff. That's just I'm just backing the players that you tried to disrespect. Maybe I just saw it on the day, thought I'd defend it. And then apart from that, it's mainly like contract times. It is. And then they quote something he said last season at the end of it when we not last season, the season before when we didn't win the title, when he said for a club like Liverpool we need to do better, which is holding the standards, the thing that we speak about so much on this channel.
That was a
tweet. I know. That's why I think, and as I said, I probably am getting it wrong, but in my mind, I'm thinking Carragher is not talking about tweeting. He's talking about the media stuff you're talking about, where Virgil has to go out there. Forgive me, bro. I see someone in the chat said, "What should he say?" And I can't. It's gone past, and my bad. I should have remembered the name because I think that's a good question to ask. So, what do you think he could actually ask you realistically, or say? Not ask. What could he say? I should say, not ask. That wasn't the question. What can he say in the media? Like, he come out, Liverpool lose. I don't know. We lose the last game. He comes out and says what?
I think it's just more about the accountability for me. Understanding that we are all watching the same games and that you have been poor. So if let's just use that one game, right? So if you say you lost 3-0 away at home to Thing, first of all, it's at home. So first thing we need you to do is apologize to the fans, 100%. I think that has to be Thing. What Jerry's saying there, it has to also take a little bit of that heat off of Virgil van Dijk because it's always him. Always him, always he's the one having to make the most noise. But also, again, for me, the bigger thing above all of that is just the accountability. Like, do you understand that you're playing well? Because I'm almost starting to feel that he, alongside others, you're not understanding that you're actually just not playing well, and you're sort of trying to almost find reasons as to why. And it's because of this. We are trying, and I'm like, okay, but we get all of that. You're professional football players and you're training every day. We get that. So you are doing something behind the closed door, as much as we don't want to say it, right? They're doing something. But do you understand that you're not playing well? Like, I'm not seeing that though. So when you come out and if you are going to speak, I do need to just acknowledge that not playing well. I've not been in the greatest of form, this season. Because again, Savage is correct. He said it there. He spoke after the Aston Villa game. Why? He scored his 250th goal. Don't come after games when you've done well. I don't want to see you after games when you've done well. That's not the sign of a top player. That's not the sign of a top team. When things are going well, you've got all the chat in the world. No, when things are going badly, are you still able to be the front man? Are you still able to hold your chest? Are you still able to be there? Do you get what I'm saying? Right, you know what? End's done a mad thing. Ends has been moving kind of wicked recently, but you know what? That's my boy, so I'm going to still back him regardless. In good moments and in the bad moments, I'm going to still back that. I need you to at least come out and just at least hold that. Now, again, I just need people to stress. We are talking about Salah, but it is others in terms of, if you want to throw Robbo, but I feel like Robbo does speak anyway. Salah never speaks. Like, we don't hear this brother at all unless he's on the winning side, of a game. So, that's where I'm looking at Salah and I'm saying, you're supposed to be a leader, right? You're supposed to be on 400 bags a week, right? All right, cool. I need that 400 bags a week statement at the end of this game. I need that because we're paying you a lot of money for you to be shirking a lot of things now. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And now where the team is doing so poorly, we need you to, like I said, it's just about giving. I'm talking, you know what? Forget content creators, forget even young people. I'm talking for Sally, who's 83. loves Mo Salah, doesn't get involved in any of the stuff that we talk about, doesn't really care. All she cares about is going to the games, getting to see her favorite players, been supporting Liverpool for 60, 70 years. I'm talking about, can you at least come out for her and at least, give her something to at least kind of believe in? I'm not seeing that from you, bro. And on top of that, you stink so badly that we're in position now where I'm like, I said it yesterday, where I'm like, bro, I can't wait till you go to AFCON now. I just want to see what the team looks like when you go. And it all goes back to like these little things, leadership, the way that you're playing, shirking responsibilities. As Jerry said, you're leaving it to Virgil van Dijk. I'm like, oh, come on, bud. Like, we're getting tired of listening to Virgil. Like, we are actually getting mad at Virgil because we're hearing from him so much.
Yeah, too much. Like, sharp now.
I want to
hear from someone different, my guy.
I want to hear from someone different. So yeah. That's what it is, man.
Big up to everyone watching YouTube, X. If you're still watching, you got to come over to YouTube, because guess what? We're about to close it off there, so you have to come over and watch from there. But big up to you, though. Randy, big up for the super chat. I did see another one, but I'll leave that one till last. I think this one is more to do with the conversation, so I'll read this one first. Big up to you. So Carragher was right. Salah is there for the plaudits, so he can turn up to take or explain the criticism. He is there for the plaudits. When Sav mentioned it, he did turn up for when he scored the 250 goals. He was there like, I'm the guy. Oh, I didn't know. You didn't know.
I didn't know.
You didn't know. No, you didn't know, my guy. Don't try. I know you know, and you know I know you know. So don't do that. But yeah, now I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just more, big up for the super chat, by the way, my guy. I think it's more just trying to hear from a difference in opinion. And obviously, I think most people, I can see some, the difference in opinions in the chat, all here for it. I'll try and level it out. I think it's more from my opinion. I think I want to hear from him just so I can hear him say the things I can see. And that means I then know he's aware of it. And it's not to say he's not, and it's not to say the team isn't aware of it. I'm pretty sure they are aware of it. But because they're not saying anything, you don't know if we're on the same page. But if they're like, no, we've been dog shit, I've been playing rubbish, I think the team needs to be more, we need to get more out of each other, we need to work hard for each other, and say the things, I'll be like, oh, you guys are on the same page as us then. Fine, no problem. Let's see what we can do now. But when it's only Virgil saying it, I'm like, is everyone on the same page? Or this emergency meeting you guys had, did you actually speak to each other? Did anyone shout at anyone? Did anyone screw at anyone? Was the conversation really nicey? I'm not asking for them to give us too much of an insight, but I think with the day and age that we live in now, I think because of the social media and the access of being able to maybe not even probably directly message a player unless they've got their DMs open, but the ability to message underneath something they would have sent, and then they will be able to see it from there. I think from there, some fans would like, oh, do you know what we're going through at the moment? And it's not to say they're not going through it as well, because they're the ones playing, right? But I feel like if they're not saying anything, or it's just one man saying stuff, then you're like, rah, like, do you all think that way? But if a Salah comes out and says it, I think he'll hit more than Virgil. I can't even lie. With the weight he has with the fan base, the weight he has, if he comes out and says, now we have been playing poor and I have been playing poor, but we're going to fix it and we're going to rectify it, or we're not scared, whatever it may be, how that statement looks, how it look, whatever questions they throw at him, I think it will go down better if he said it than what Virgil is. Because at the moment, we're just screwing up Virgil because he keeps talking. Because all he's doing is saying that he's saying great stuff. I'm not a quitter. We are gonna do better. We know how bad we've been. And we know, okay, Virgil knows, he understands. But does the other players know? I've seen obviously what. Go on, sorry, go on. What was you gonna say?
No. All I was gonna say was I saw that I should have sent it to you, to be fair, exactly for this. At the end of the game at the weekend, apparently in the tunnel, all you could hear was Virgil's voice. Apparently,
I did see. Yeah. I didn't see the tunnel stuff, but I saw him walking up. Nah, he definitely, bro. And you know why? I saw the walk off. That was a man that was like, "You man are some beep. That's all you like." Even the coach tried to pat him, and he's like, "Bro, move!" Like he was mad. He was mad. So I know if man them were in there, you know when sometimes you come in there, maybe Frimpong made a joke. I don't know.
I was gonna say in my mind, Frimpong was gonna make a joke. I don't know why, but
yeah.
he's gonna make a joke. Like they say, we're not laughing anymore, my guy. We're not laughing.
Yeah, you know when someone coming like, oh yeah, and then the man's like, yeah, fan might have said, oh yeah, oh Sobo, and then he smiles. I was like, yo, dickhead, don't smile. What you smiling? Yeah, he was like, bro, just saying hello to the little girl that said, like, oh, Sobo.
He's traveled all the way from like Korea to see us, like, to say hi, like. Right?
He weren't having that 100%. He flipped out the man them in there, but that's needed though. I feel like we're too nicey to each other, bro. Harsh words needs to be said. That's the only way we're gonna improve. Like that meeting, I thought man them were gonna come out with their head all down, but also fired up. Like, rah, I've been dead, but you know what? I'm gonna prove man wrong. Like these man come out and did the same thing the next game. Like came out and I was like, okay, so you man must have just been nice. Like, oh, you know what? You could really pass it on the overlap there, though, Gakpo, because sometimes I think just pick your head up a little bit because Carragher is there, and I think you should pass it to him sometimes. That's what I feel like. Instead of going, bro, look at this time, that time, that time, that time. Look how many times you could have given man the overlap pass for the square. Like, if you're not going to do it, guess what? There's Rio on the bench. There's Chiesa on the bench. I'll rather even play a midfielder there if you're not going to do this. And then same for Salah, bro. If we're gonna play through you, I need the goals and assists. There's no last season because I can't bring those goals and assists this season. Same goes for the midfielders, same goal for the defenders, same goal for all of them. Kanate, are you gonna defend properly or you not, my guy? Or what are we doing? Are we gonna be inconsistent or should I get Gomez in? Carragher, look, I know you're young, but you're acting. Do I need to play rubber every game, or did you come here to play, or do we need to look at moving you on in January? Is that what we need to do? But they was like nicey, bro. No, you know what I mean? That's why I probably couldn't take those meetings, bro. I swear, I don't know what they might leave. Either like worse off or maybe better off. I don't know. But at the moment, it depends on they're not better off.
Yeah, and that's what's throwing me is that you had this meeting, and again, we have no idea what was said in the meeting, and you men have been worse since that meeting. Like we've just gotten slapped twice, 3-0 since this meeting. Like I don't even understand. Like what was the meeting even about? Like what was even said? Who spoke? Was it just as you said? Enz is right. I'm wondering, was it just a Virgil thing? Was Honest not even in the room? Was like. Where man just kind of like too nicey with it, where it's like, guys, come on, man, you know we're not playing well. Like we need to really buck up our ideas, guys. And then a couple man might throw. And you know what happens? It starts off serious, like, yo, guys, we need to talk about Frimpong I'm sorry, Frimpong, but you just seem like the brother.
I know you're a guy in it, bro. I know you're a joke, man. Yeah.
So you just see like you're the class clown, but I fucks with you, innit? He makes a joke, and once he makes that joke, when everything just gets derailed now. Like sometimes we might be here, me, you, Savage, Jerry, and we just go off on a tangent, just completely away from the topic or whatever, because we're just having a good time and whatnot. I feel like that's probably what happened in this conversation. Is they started off serious, it went off on a tangent, they never went back to it, and everyone left the room smiling. Nah. Man's not trying to see you're not leaving the room smiling. What do you mean everyone's all happy and giddy? No, we need to be leaving the room where everyone's silent. Like I'm talking, everyone's silent and they're thinking.
Yeah.
They're thinking, is that what he actually? Okay, is that what man's thinking? Okay, fair.
And he left the room as well. You deliver it and leave the room. And that's what you do. You deliver it and leave the room, because then that gives that moment of like, oh my days, like now I want to go and chat to him, maybe in training, but now I don't. Now he's flying into challenges, just rocking man up because he's just mad. It's like, are you man going to be on this or what? We doing? What are we doing? And I think it's needed, man. It's definitely needed, man. Big up Randy for the other super chat as well, man. So streams are done with G, Stab, and Cal, or Callum, I should say. But the intros, boss, listen and run the rhythm. And big up to you, man. Appreciate it, my bro. The rhythm is cold still. That's why no one take that rhythm still. Well, John said he's gonna make me one, so let's see.
If people start, people are already stealing ideas.
3 years later.
Yeah, at that point, when Enz's YouTube channel just even done by that point. Like, I think if people start stealing intros, then they're already stealing content itself. Like intros, like fucking hell, bro. Like we'll start entering into that's when man start turning up at your front door now. Like, I need compensation. No, I need compensation. I need compensation.
Oh man. FSG saying they are backing the manager at the moment. So the manager is kind of safe at the moment, people. The gaffer is he's chilled. He's not got an issue right now. There's no real pressure, and it feels like this is the kind of club we're at the moment. This is the position we're in at the moment. Everyone's kind of scared to take accountability and own up to what's been going on in this season. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Don't you think, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If you was looking at another club, I'll use Chelsea. Because we know that they're a club that always fire and hire managers, right?
Right.
If you saw the owners at Chelsea come up with this kind of thing, would we already be sitting there thinking, like, okay, if Enzo Maresca and whatever form they're in, blah, 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 and we saw that from the owners, right? Would we not be saying, yeah, this brother's going to go soon, you know? Like, as in,
yeah, 100%.
Even if he was able to turn it around in a sense of like, you turn it around, you might finish top 4 or whatever. We know at the end of that season, they've already got someone else lined up. Like, we already know. Like, it doesn't even matter what you do now. The only reason why you're not being fired now is because whoever we want, we just can't get right now. That's in my opinion. So when I see stuff like this, I keep telling people it's never a good thing when the owners have to come out and back the manager. That doesn't even make sense. Like, why? If you have to back a manager, it means that they're in problems anyway. Look at Amorim. I'm sure, had Amorim not gone on this little mini run that he's gone on, I feel like he would have got the sack. I feel like he would.
Yeah, because he had like beaten in 5, and then he picked up 2 draws and a loss now. So he's going back the other way again.
He's going back the other way, but he's now given himself maybe an extra month or 2. So he can go into 2026 and it'll be like, okay, you're good, kind of thing. Whereas they were obviously unbeaten in their 5 games. Had they not been unbeaten and he lost all of them, I don't think he'd be sitting here today, bro. I really don't. I really, really don't.
I don't know, man. I don't know where the club is at the moment, and in terms of their thinking. And I somewhat agree with what you said. Like, it's not good when they have to come out. That means you're doing bad. That they have to come out just to give a bit of reassurance to the fans, maybe media, the manager himself, players, to kind of go, it's not bad. We're okay, but yeah, we still need some performances and some wins as well.
My thing is this, yeah. You said we're playing tomorrow. Yeah, you said tomorrow we're playing. So we're playing tomorrow, and obviously Enzo's going to do the preview or whatever. So
no, I'm not.
Talk about.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We'll talk about it today. No, we'll talk about it within this stream. We're not. Sorry, go ahead.
Bro, I said nah. Okay, Fez. All right. So PSV have not lost in 11 games, and Liverpool haven't scored in their last 2, right? If you lose to PSV, by the way, I'm sure PSV slapped Napoli like 6-2 or something in the Champions League recently.
6-2, 6-3, I think it was,
If you lose to PSV,
right,
and then you go into the game at the weekend against West Ham, who got a draw the other day, should have won against Bournemouth, but they got a draw, and they've been on I don't want to say resurgence, but they've just not lost in a few games, right? They've had good form recently. If you then don't win, and I'm talking, there's no draw, you have to win. If you don't win at the weekend, I generally want to understand, how long do you back this manager before it becomes, okay, this is a bit untenable now? Like, yeah, that's my only question, because I think you or Savage, or it might have been Savage actually, because you lot ended up, when you was doing your call-in show, you ended up just like chilling and chatting like towards the end of it, right? And I was listening, and one of the things that Savage, I heard him say, was like, Liverpool are not just losing now to just one team, if that makes sense, like one type of team.
One type
We're
of
losing
team,
to everybody. We're losing to, like, you're losing to Nottingham Forest, you're losing to Manchester City, you're losing to whoever. Like, you're just losing to everybody now. So we don't even have like a category of like teams that we're just losing to.
Long ball team.
Long ball team, tiki-taka team, on the ground team, whatever. So if you lose to PSV, throw-in team. If you lose to PSV, who, let's be real, we all don't really rate like that. Let's not act like we rate.
Nah. Let's be honest. Yeah.
we don't rate the league. And we've said that Liverpool have been better in the Champions League than they have been in the Premier League in terms of performance-wise,
I'd agree.
more than anything, right?
Agree.
If you lose that game, bro, you see these kind of statements, bro, it becomes, again, it then becomes just words now. And it goes back to what you're talking about in terms of Salah coming out the comment. Now it's just words. We don't even care anymore. We don't want you to come out and speak. In fact, media duties, just leave it. I'd rather we don't even hear from. I'd rather just hear from the opposition team. Let me hear what they have to say, because it was more interesting.
What you guys have to say. And speaking about that, G, when you said about what other people say, yeah, obviously you heard what GIBBS-WHITE, little snippet of what he said about our team, right? He said they're still a great team with incredible individuals, but when you're in a tough patch, we know it's hard to get out of it. And then he also went on and said, we felt comfortable even though we didn't have the ball. So speaking about, you want to hear what, I don't want to hear. I've heard Carragher tell us that we're dead food. Who else did I hear told us? Man United told us they come out and said, like, yeah, we know what these men are on. We know what they're doing. And now GIBBS-WHITE is like, and this is a man that was sitting in 19th, by the way. This was a man that was sitting in 19th. He's like, yeah, it's light work. Delete, thank you. Delete, yeah, Carragher. And now GIBBS-WHITE. Yeah, they're a good team. Individuals, yeah, cool, calm. But without the ball, we were calm. We were like, G, do you know how, people are not understanding that, really. I'm sure they are, but they're not. And I feel like they're not. How can you feel comfortable without the ball? You don't have it. And then you tell me we've got great individuals. So we have great individuals, but you are calm without the ball. That means these great individuals with the ball is not forcing you to stress.
Henderson, by the way, he was another one when they beat us.
What did Henderson say? He gave us a mad compliment, didn't he? And he tried to, he said, yeah, now Liverpool, shut up. Yeah,
it was along those lines, but it was still because he started obviously talking about the game. He was still like, yeah, like we felt like we could still hurt them in whatever areas. I'm like, like everybody, to any team that we just play now is just, they don't care at this point. They're just like, yeah, no, and it's always the killer when someone says, no, they got good individuals, you know, like they really do got good players, but we feel comfortable. What type of backhanded thing is that? That doesn't even make sense. So we got good individuals, but we felt comfortable coming in. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy.
I need everyone just to take 10 seconds, just to think about it. Let that sink in for a second. Just understand. Like, I've not heard in a season players this much come out and say, yeah, it's calm. Like Liverpool, calm and that. We know what they're gonna do.
No,
I swear I've heard managers. What about managers? I swear I've heard managers. Yeah, said I ain't worried about Liverpool or something like that, didn't he? Or something along those lines.
He didn't, like, when he was talking about like after the game. Yeah, he wasn't like, there was points in the game. He was just like, yeah, no, like we knew what they were going to bring. They're at home and stuff like that. But ultimately, we knew how they were going to play, how they were going to set up. It's just about taking your opportunities, taking your chances. Listen, it's I don't know, ends, man. Like I really don't know, bro. Because where do we even go from here, bro? Like and I don't want to ask that question because I've said already I didn't want to ask that question, so I am being a bit of a hypocrite. But where do you go as a team, people? Like, you know what? Big up to Any, by the way, because even Any has been saying that, yo, might have to, you know what I'm saying? Any, like I say, whenever we want to go Crystal Palace, you know what I'm saying? Give me a shout, bro, because at this point, like, I just need to see some good football. I just need to see good football.
So we'll pattern it up, you know.
Nah. We'll just go watch Palace game. Like, I'm good. Jerry, I know Jerry will roll 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, all three of us can go. We can go watch.
That's a good question, though, G. When you say, where do we go now, right? Maybe Alonso?
Rod, say swear they're not happy.
Apparently, they're not happy. But I don't know, because I don't want to pick and choose things from Madrid's on. They do give you a lot of truth in what they say, to be fair. Even stuff I didn't like, because they like to trigger Liverpool when we're about to play them. They like to throw little things in there. I'm pretty sure at some point they're going to throw Kanate something in there again. Let's see in it.
Hey, Savage, chat to your people, bro. I'm like, what on?
They don't like them, man. They're sitting on the bench. In the end, the man them just crashing out. Don't like the way we play. Don't like. I'm not signing a new deal.
I saw that. We saying what Vinny is. Hey, savage, man. You know what's flying high in the league like 2 seconds ago, boy. Now all of a sudden things are crashing. Barcelona, you know what I'm saying? It's peak for you lot right now. You guys have got turmoil over there.
Would you take Xabi Alonso though, G? On a real? On a real?
Yes. I definitely would take Xabi Alonso. I think listen, Xabi Alonso, I'm not even trying to gas him up and say that he's going to come in and do a madness. But what I can 100% say, for the first time in a long time, I look at Real Madrid and they at least have a style of play. Like, it's not just kind of freestyled with it in terms of how I felt. And listen, I'm not a Madrid guy. Savage will be able to tell you. But I always felt that Madrid were always kind of just put together kind of thing. Whereas under Alonso, I'm actually seeing like, yo, they turned into a modern team almost with the players that they've obviously got, because they still have obviously their old ideologies and stuff like that, but they're turning into a more modern team in terms of, no, they got a style of play. They're trying to do whether you like it, they've got a style of play. They're trying to do something. So yeah, I would 100%. And the biggest thing I think that Slot doesn't have and will never have, and it's not his fault, he doesn't really have an affinity with the fans, and he hasn't tried to help that. Alonso already has the affinity with the fans because he's a former player, really good player for Liverpool.
So he doesn't have to really work on that, don't he? He doesn't have to just come in and...
Exactly. So fans will already, like, remember, Slot was not in a Klopp position, but in terms of Klopp didn't have a relationship with the fans and had to come in, be the guy who he is, and then gain obviously that relationship. And he done it through various different things. We all remember holding the hands against West Brom when we got the draw kind of thing. We remember all of these kind of things, right? Slot is taking a different approach, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong because it's just a different approach, but his approach is a bit more colder with it, where it's like, I'm the coach, you're the fans. We're not doing this. It's coach, fans, you're over there, I'm over here. Klopp did bring that together. I feel like Alonso doesn't even have to work to do that because he is already a fan favorite. Liverpool fans love Xabi Alonso. So if he comes in, he's calm with that. Fans will also give him a bit more time because they'll be like, just like with Jurgen Klopp, when I was dying for him to leave, man weren't trying to hear that because, again, you have that relationship with him. So it even allows you a bit of grace. That's what Alonso will get. Whereas Slot, bruv, people don't even like him. Like, people are like, they don't even like him. Like, and that's crazy. And all I'm gonna say before Enz moves on is, I saw Liverpool fans leaving the stadium early against Forest, bro. And I've seen
at home, not even away.
Not even away. And I've seen Liverpool lose 6 games at home under Jurgen Klopp. I've seen us lose games at home with Jurgen Klopp. And I don't remember, and I could be wrong, but I don't remember people just leaving before the game's even ended. So ends at home watch more of the game than people who were at the stadium. Just deep that for a second. And ends you can go on. That's crazy.
Nah, listen, that is crazy, guys. Let that sink in, bro. Nah, it's crazy. Once you got fans walking out the game, you know it's a long day for you.
It's a long day.
It's a long day for you, bro. You're gonna have to find a different way. It's different now. It's different. And you're right, he hasn't built that affinity where that connection with the fans. He might be with some fans, because I've seen like some people really, really were fighting hell and leather to keep him at this football club. Like, what you thinking? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. But I don't have that connection like I had with Klopp. Like, Klopp made me want to get on the pitch and fight for the team for no reason. And I'm just a fan. I wanted to, like, oh, you need a player? I'm there. If you need a player for 20 minutes, whatever you need, Klopp, I'm there. On a Slot, I'm like, bro, I'm all right. I'm all right, thanks.
Yeah. I don't even want to back you.
All of a sudden, I might be right back, then I might be midfield, then I might be right wing, then I might be false 9. Then I'm like, bro, so I can't play in a position to settle. I have to just, like, on the weekend, we had 2 right backs. We had Jones and Szoboszlai rotating in right back. I've never seen that in my life.
I did see it. There was a clip, because I saw that was a clip that was going around. I'm assuming it's what you're talking about, where there was a moment where Jones was the right back. I'm just trying to remember. Jones was the right back. I think the ball was on the far side. Can't remember who had it, but the ball was on the far side. So Bozolai then kind of moved into the right back when then Jones obviously then moved into that kind of midfield area. Then they swapped again to then swap again. I can't remember who picked up. Maybe Curtis Jones then picked up the ball to then pass it to Zabozalai. And you could see the Nottingham Forest player who was there. I remember him just kind of like he was telling whoever the left back was to like, yo, just make sure you watch, blah, blah, blah. And I remember when they did that, I was like, what benefit did you have of doing that when the ball was over there and nothing was happening over here? And you're going to move the ball slow anyway. What was the benefit of you two even moving? You could have actually just stayed in your positions and it would have been the same result anyway. Like, I understand, by the way, I understand the mechanics of doing that at times. I do get that because obviously you're trying to move the opposition out of their shape. You're trying to hope that maybe one of their players follows Szoboszlai or follows Curtis Jones into that position, leaves the gap so that that player can then have a free kind of run into space and whatnot, and then you can move forward. I get that. That's not what happened though. The Forest just stayed there and he just told my man, just make sure you watch him. And that was it. And then
Do you know what I feel like? I feel like, yeah, that those things used to work when players weren't smart enough. Like when it was just like, oh, go talent for talent. When it was talent for talent, then you could do certain things to draw. Now they're like, no, we have a system and a structure. We know you're going to try and draw us out. So guess what we're going to do? Not follow stupid runs. We're going to hold our shape, let you guys do all the madness. This is why you see that the team have a shape. And then guess what? We put like 6 man. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I
get up, get the.
I'll get the picture because I need to show you guys this picture real quick, so I can explain this in a better detail for you guys.
But even whilst Ender's even looking for that, like, and listen, there's a lot of people here I respect in the chat, man, like Jerry, man, like Any, and that. So you guys are gonna have to be the ones to kind of explain it to me in maybe a bit more depth in terms of just when Enz gets the picture up. Just I need to understand it because I just really didn't get it.
So to give, and I'll make it even so people in the back can see it, right? Apologies for the actually, I'll go here. Bear with me, G. Bear with me. Yeah, we'll go there. So this is what my issue with it is, yeah. So they will keep their shape and we'll just put everyone forward within the shape. They're like, we're not gonna get drawn out by no one. You guys can just stand there because they have to pass the ball between us anyway. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players up front. 7 players up front. Not only is this confusing, right? It might look, oh, we've got an overload and there's 2v3 here and there might be 3v2 there. But it gets confusing because when one of them gets the ball, I have to now wait and see what the rest of you guys do. By then, they would have dropped off into their shape. Midfielders would have dropped in as well. And then we would recycle it and go backwards again, like we normally do. Or shoot it at some legs, flies out, they clear it, they push out, and we have to do the same thing again. I can't explain this, bro. I don't understand. Like, look how many spaces there, G, for some. Like, just have a bit of some. Come short that draws out people because they're not going to allow you to stand in that open space, right? They're going to have to come and press you. They're going to have to come out and press you. They're not going to allow you to stand in open space. That means there's space in behind after that for your striker, for your wingers. Nope. We know what we're going to do. We're going to have only the 18-yard box as the space we need. That's all we're going to use. We're going to use the 18-yard box. So, yeah.
No.
Yeah. We're only going to use the 18-yard box sheet. That's all we're going to use, bro.
The thing is you hit the nail on the head. The point I was going to make, you said it. People probably saw that and said, oh, but look, he's got the overload on the left. Having an overload on the left is kind of pointless because, as you say, the two players, where are they going to go when, let's say, Chiesa, I think that's Chiesa, right?
Yeah. Oh, whoever it is, they get it. Whoever gets it, yeah.
Whoever gets that ball, right? Having the overload makes sense with just one other player there because then, of course, he's got the ball. The defender even needs to worry about this guy or whatever. Having the two there, I don't really get because where are they gonna go? That's more what I'm thinking of. If this was a different team, maybe I wouldn't think that, because then I think, no, he's gonna go cut inside and he's gonna go on the outside, and that's gonna then be confusing. But I know Liverpool, so I know Gakpo and whoever are not gonna make these smart runs. So I'm trying to figure out, why have you got 3 players on this side? Because the reality is, as N said, no one's dropping deep, right? In fact, I don't know actually. I don't know this move. I don't know what, like, if does anybody even do that. But for the sake of argument, no one's going to drop deep in here. You've got 4 players on one side, give or take. Maybe you can say there's a central player there. Then you've got the 3 players here, 7 man just chilling there with the.
Sorry, go on.
There's nothing in the middle to really go to. There is no one who's looking like they're showing for the ball. Obviously, I don't know where this ball is going at this moment.
It's going to go into Virgil. It's coming into Virgil.
Okay, so this ball's going to now come into Virgil. If I know Virgil, he is going to play it out to that left side, or he's going to check back and then go right again, because that's just Virgil. I'm just confusing myself now at this point now, because I'm trying to find a reason
when he gets it. There should be, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but there should be someone basically between, so where the ref is, that massive space between the ref and the other player that's circled last in white, there should be a player in here. There should be one of the players that's on the right-hand side dropped into a pocket of space as well. In between the 2 white shirts, you can see that standing in midfield. There should be someone dropping in there to receive it off of Kanate or whoever. So at least then, or if he goes out wide to the right, there's someone there to pick it up. They can turn in this half space. But these men are just chilling. And how we know, even though it's a still, and I know some people, but ends, it's a still. Gee, it's a still. No problem. But 99% of our games, I even saw in the Forest game, I couldn't believe it, G, we played it to the right back, and I mean, I can't remember who was it Sobo carrying the ball a little bit? And when I mean 4 players head down, run with their back to the ball. I have not seen that since Sunday League grassroots football, bro, where 4 players turn their back on the ball. And one of the things they always tell you, you run. When you make a run, your body position needs to be open so you can see the ball and the direction just in case it comes. You need to understand. Sometimes the strikers, they put their head down and go because they know that sequence isn't going to be for me. I need to get here because I know he's going to play it to the wide man. I need to be prepped ready for the next phase. So you get the striker to do that. But I saw 4 of our players run with it. I promise you guys, go and check it back. I'm not even kidding. I couldn't tell you the actual minute in the game, but it's when CHIESA came on. So when CHIESA was on the pitch, just 4 players turned and put their head down and ran with their back to go to the ball. And I'm like, but he needs a pass. Why are you, man, running? Like, why are you running away from him with the ball? He needs a pass. So
this
I don't know,
Liverpool,
man. I can't.
This is the tactics that the people who are screaming, nah, give him time to do what, brother? Like, this is what we're playing. Like, this is how Liverpool play, and this is how they've been playing for the longest. Like I said, I just don't know anymore. Like, I really don't know, bro. Like, you put up the thing before about what the owners are saying. I'm like, I wonder what they actually really think. Because obviously they got to come out and say certain things, obviously, for the media and stuff. I get that.
Yeah, cool.
So they're not going to tell us necessarily exactly what they think. But I really want to know. Because I just want to know how long this can go on for. Like, are we waiting to get slapped by Wolves? Is it Wolves? Is it we lose to the bottom of the team Wolves?
No.
Is it something like that says, nah, you're done now? Like, is it that, guys? Like, okay, for the people who and
apologies, go ahead.
For the people who are slot in and are willing to allow the manager to have some time to do his thing, what are you hoping is going to happen? What do you think it is? What is it that you won't mind? And you're like, okay, cool. If this happens, then he's turned it around. I just need to understand, because tactically, he's showing us that he can only work with a settled team that was already settled, but obviously prior to him coming. Now he's got his own players. And bearing in mind, before any Feyenoord fans, and by the way, Feyenoord fans, you're all blacklisted anyway. But to any Feyenoord fans that want to then say, yeah, but he signed
blacklisted.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, no, they're blacklisted. They're blacklisted. For any Feyenoord fans that then want to mention about some of the players he did sign at Feyenoord, yeah, he didn't sign Wirtz, he didn't sign Isak, He didn't sign Ekitike. He didn't sign Kirkes or Frimpong. He didn't have Salah. He didn't have Van Dijk. He didn't have these kind of ballers. So he didn't have top dog players. When you got little man players, and no disrespect to them, but in just terms of levels, when you got little man kind of players, you can do this kind of stuff. We've seen Graham Potter at Brighton look like he was going to be the prime this. Man came to Chelsea, got money. He looked like he was absolutely dog shit. Because you know what? You see what you're doing over there? That's okay for them small clubs. That's okay for teams where you're bigger than you as a manager are already bigger than some of the players. That's fine. What's it like when you come to a team where some of the players are bigger than you? Virgil van Dijk is a bigger person than you in terms of just notoriety.
Yeah, that's kind of
Salah,
crazy.
notoriety. Alisson, notoriety. These men are bigger than you. Florian Wirtz, bigger than you. So now what do we do? Now what do you do? Like, how do you you can't coach, man, now. You can't tell Salah, yeah, you're coming off after 80 minutes. Shut up.
Salah will badge you up. Yeah, man, until he shut up.
Shut up, I'm not playing until 90, rude boy. You got Konate.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have won a Prem. Nah, you know what, man? Just random stuff that come to your mind.
You got Konate laughing when he's coming off. He's probably sitting there thinking, but this idiot, I'm leaving anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a two shits about what's going on. It's mad.
Yeah, it's long. And then speaking, you know, when you're asking the fans, Gary Neville thinks there should be no reason or no way his position should be in danger.
He doesn't care. That's why. He doesn't care.
Gary Neville is just like, yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
it's more topics for us to speak about. Do you know what I mean? If he stays in the job, we can't afford Liverpool to get back to their winning ways and get good again. Because there's nothing to speak about with Liverpool. You're just like, they 3 points again, whatever. Oh, yeah, you guys are great. Oh, you won again. Oh, yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's what it will be.
Boring. It's boring. Of course he would say that. Listen, look, listen, don't get twisted. Gary Neville, all of them. No, not all of them. Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, they're proper smart. They know how to play with the media and fans, and they know what gets people like riled up kind of thing.
Yeah, they do.
He knew saying, because I listened to this podcast, it's like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
He knew by saying this, he knew the comment section was going to go mad. He even mentioned social media because he said, if you see all that nonsense on social media and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, because you know what people are going to say. You knew by that one sentence or this sentence here, sorry, that people are going to be like, bruv, what do you mean? Or not even, and you're going to get the people who'll be like, yeah, fake fans, enemy of the club and all this, all of that kind of, you knew you were going to get that kind of reaction, which by the way, drives up the views for his podcast, which also drives up the views of everything. Bro, it's all I know the game, bro. I know the game, and he's smart. He's smart enough to do it. So I would be doing the same thing. I would fully be doing the same thing if I was him in his position. So yeah, man, I ain't trying to hear what he has to say about my football club. These times, your own football club is looking like they're gonna sack their 6th manager in however many years. Like, bro, yeah, I'm not trying to hear that.
And we're you know, it's mad, but we're scared to sack a manager another manager in 10 years. They're about to sack, and everyone's like, no, we're not that type of club. Yeah, no, but we've had a manager for 10 plus years. This guy's come in a year and he's done well in his first season using said manager's tactics and players. Now we're building his own one. We look shaky. So if we sack him now, it doesn't look bad because all it means is in the last 10 years, we've had 3 managers. Ain't bad.
Literally.
And they both won trophies. Like the managers, they've won trophies. So it's not like man sacked him and he left with nothing. Like he actually could walk away with a Premier League.
Yeah,
I won the Premier League.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't get that's why I don't even get the problem because I'm like, bro, like just sack him, get the next guy. And you know what? I'm good with doing a mid 2010 Chelsea where they just kept sacking the managers, but they sacked Tuchel, but he won the Champions League. I'm cool. Like, okay, cool. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't actually care because at least they're winning something, and at least then it's about short term as opposed to the long term. I think everybody, obviously, in an ideal world in football, everybody would just keep their manager for long term, and I get that, obviously. Yeah, that's what you want. But we don't live in that world anymore. That world is not here. We already know that if Arsenal don't win the Premier League, then Arteta's job is going to be very, very difficult to keep. Like, very difficult for as good as he actually is. It's going to be difficult to keep. So why can't Liverpool just do get a new manager in? Maybe he gets a different bounce. Liverpool win the Champions League. Then cool. He stays. Maybe next season He wins the Premier League. Season after that, he does shit. Okay, no worries. You bring the next guy. Then we just keep recycling. As long as Liverpool keep winning, I feel like that should override anything else, as opposed to trying to fit this model of our way is the best way. Guys, Liverpool have 2 league titles in literally 30 years. If you want to even do it better, Liverpool have 2 league titles in 10 years. We're not really serial winners. We've never gone back to back, haven't done so in any competition since 1984. So I promise you that Liverpool ain't that type of club. So we need to start thinking of ways that we can become that type of club, and it might just have to be this way. Maybe once we start to understand as a fan base that we're not that type of club, in terms of we ain't serial winners like that. We can win, but we're not serial winners. Then I feel like then we would all be able to, I mean, I feel like we'd be able to rest a bit easy, because I feel like fans are always on this, yeah, but obviously Liverpool, our way. I'm like, our way? What, our way that led us to 2 titles in 30 years? That's the way that you, like, that's cool for you. Like that's okay because it's our way. Bro, fuck that. I would, like Savage says about he would sell his channel in a heartbeat. I would sell Liverpool down the drain if it meant that man can get some trophies and at least be seen as a club that's constantly winning. I'd rather that, because this is just depressing at this point. Every year, what it's like, win the league, or I can't even say every year, but you win the league. We know you're going to be shit the following season. Okay, cool. And then you're going to wait another 4 years, then potentially win a league if we're lucky, kind of thing. Praying that Arsenal and Manchester City don't decide to, bro, get that out of our thinking, bro. Let's just turn it into a club that is cutthroat and is about winning today. Do that, man. And I think Liverpool will be a better team for it. My personal opinion.
No, I hear it. Conspiracy corner now. Saw it, and I thought, why not bring it to the people? Because I know some of you like the conspiracy stuff. Don't pretend you don't. 34.8%. This is how much times we win when we have Michael Oliver as the referee. I saw the difference with Arsenal, Man City. Man City's one is 74%. Obviously, Man City are a good team, innit? But 74%, that's high. And then, obviously, I swear this is the brother that got flown out and, you know what I mean, got the nice accommodation over in Saudi by the Manchester City owners and that. 74% makes sense. I think it's him. I don't know. Guys, you let me know in the chat. I don't really pay attention to these refs. I saw it and I was like, okay. Arsenal's one, I think it was like 68% or 64%. It was in the 60s. But when he refs us, we only win 34% of our games. I don't know. Is it conspiracy? Is it not, G? Am I reaching here? What is it, bro? Because it's questionable. I don't know, bro. And then I saw this, right? Obviously, we know in the letter of the law, they said, right, Robbo moved, ducked, whatever. That's why he was standing in a position, blah, blah, blah. Disallowed it. Cool. Stick by it. We then saw the following week, Nottingham Forest player moves his body out the way to let the ball go by. He didn't have to move, to be fair, but he moved. Okay? Allison then was like, yo, my man is blocking my view, and he's standing offside. They go, I don't know what you're talking about, man. It's a goal, innit? Then I saw Eze's goal. Interesting. I don't know why there's so many men standing offside and could shoot, and they gave it as a goal. So, G, I know we don't do conspiracies. I know we don't really like care with the grand scheme of things because we care about, we're not even playing good anyway. So what's the point? You know, we can't even make our own luck to get some luck. But this looks weird to me, bro. This looks odd. I can't lie. Like, all we always say is keep it fair. If you're going to give it, I can't argue with it. Okay, I just need to see the consistency. Some would say, well, it's not the same refs. But what is the same is the rules. Refs can't adjust or change the rules depending on who the ref is. They have to follow the rules by the letter of the law. If you change it, then you're adding bias now to that decision. So what I'm saying is if they go, right, Robbo's offside, not a problem. That means, I can't remember the brother's name. He needs to be offside. That means the goal should be disallowed. Calm. And also Eze's goal should be disallowed because the Arsenal players are directly blocking the goalkeeper's vision. So then that should be disallowed as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like if the first one is disallowed, all of these other goals have to also be disallowed for that same reason. if that's the reason that you gave to Liverpool, it has to be the same reason here, kind of thing. Because to be fair, the Eze one as well, I was a little bit back because I did think that they were going to call it back. Because I was thinking, bro, you got bare man in front of the goalkeeper. Like, I know we got a touch to it, which is probably what they used, but still, there was bare man in front of him, and the 3 guys that were actually there were all offside. So in my mind, I was like, bro, he can't even, like, he was even good enough to even get the hand to the shot anyway, kind of thing. That was just more, I guess, just an instant reaction from a goalkeeper. So that one I was the most shocked by that they didn't give. The Liverpool, the Forest one, again, it's same things really, to be fair. I feel like all of the goals, if you're going to disallow one, you just have to disallow all of them. There has to be a blanket rule. There can't be, well, in this game, it's this, and then in that game, it's that, and then in this game, it's this. It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, and I feel like they when they tell you the rule, because obviously in the Liverpool one, they broke it down and they said, well, it's because Robbo movement could have put the goalkeeper, whatever. They would have broken the rule down so nice and neatly to explain their stupidness. You'd have gone, whatever. The same thing happens again the week later. There is no communication on it, bro. There's no like, they should be this or they should be that. It's just go. And I asked on the watch along, I was like, if he's onside, then fine, innit? But he's clearly offside here.
Yeah.
And the Arsenal one, if they're not offside, I don't know if there's a guy at the pitcher. Maybe there's someone at the pitcher that's standing in the 18-yard box on the other side playing on all the Arsenal man them. But I'm like, oh no, bro. Like, whether or not the keeper can see, there's plenty of players offside and the balls, I don't know, bro.
The thing is,
the worst thing about for you guys.
The worst thing about it is I understand the rule. Like, I get why you don't want to give the goal, and that is fine. But Enz is right. If you don't give the goal in that game, you can't then, for the same exact kind of same thing, you kind of need to then be consistent with it. So, yeah, I mean, if you're saying obviously, so it was Michael Oliver who refereed the Liverpool game, you're saying?
No, it's just that I saw it, and every time that he's refed VAR, Liverpool don't win games like that.
Liverpool don't win games. Yeah, bro, we already know. Don't you listen to
same done when Doku kicked man in his chest? Man said, nah, I don't know about that. You know, to this day, G, yeah, I can't explain. It frustrated me so much. I couldn't explain myself when it, because I'm like, there can't be a justification for that. Like, there's not like, oh, they both jumped up, shoulder barged each other. One went over. Someone might have gone in with force. Then you can go, it's a gray area there. They both went in. He looked a bit stronger. No, I come through, flying kick, step my foot in your chest. Man are doing the slow. No, gee, they did the slow-mo of seeing, did he touch the ball first? Or,
yeah, I saw them do the slow-mo.
And I was like, guys, that's not the point. His foot is high enough to endanger a player. I swear that's a rule. I swear that's the whole point of a high tackle. It's high enough to that's why, you know, sometimes when a player stoops down and he tries to someone high boot to flick the ball, they get there first, but they flick it, but the player's head is there and the referee goes, high foot. Yeah, we gotta give it free kick the other way. It's because it's high to endanger a player. So even though the player realistically, I got the ball first, he missed it, but I got my foot to it first. They're like, nah, pull it back. But he kicked him in his chest. And they said, like, nah. And that would have been 3 points in that title race.
In that title, yeah. It could have potentially changed the trajectory. What year? Sorry, can you put the Michael Oliver the thing back up just so I can see the
years between the years of?
So it's 20. Okay, so I just had to make sure. So this is since when Klopp was here. Yeah, you see, Klopp, them man didn't like Klopp. You know what I'm saying? They didn't actually like that product. So I can understand probably why this is definitely a thing. Do you get what I'm saying? And I can't remember what is the name of the Geordie referee. You guys probably know him. He's a Geordie referee, and he's been doing, I don't know if he's got a podcast, but I've seen clips of this conversation that he's obviously been having, and he talks about basically back in like when he was refereeing and etc. etc. And yeah, he's mentioned on a couple of times that, yeah, with certain players, certain managers, there is a natural, almost human bias in terms of it might be the way that you spoke to them, the way that they acted, whatever it might be. So when I see that, Oliver just doesn't fuck with Liverpool. I mean, does anyone know who he supports? Like, I don't know. He just sounds like he just doesn't really fuck with Liverpool. So really and truly, we know when we get him as a referee, we basically need to either just slap up the team that we're facing so that it doesn't even matter, even if you
Doesn't
do
come to it, yeah.
Yeah, or Clattenburg. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, Clattenburg. It was him I was watching, Mark Clattenburg. So yeah, he was talking about all of that stuff. Oh, is it just he supports Newcastle? I thought he was a Geordie though. I feel like he is a Geordie. But anyways, yeah, he's talking about it in terms of just back in the day. He's spoken about Klopp before when Klopp was at Dortmund and stuff like that. So I'm not surprised when I see stuff like this, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. That man, you just it's like if Enz was the referee and he refereed a Man United game. Now you might not know that Enz is a Liverpool fan, but obviously he knows and whatnot. So he's got a natural bias. As much as he's there to do his job, you've got a natural bias towards thing. So I'm like, okay, fairs. So every now and again, when Enzo's supposed to give a penalty, he didn't really give. He's like, I'm not giving that. Like that's a bit like
he invaded his space. Then that's why I wouldn't have given. They said,
yeah,
McAllister invaded Doku's space. That was the wording they used.
Yeah. And by the way, people, I don't know if the stories are true or not. I'm really not even saying that the stories are. It's not even about it. It's just more about what he was saying about like when he spoke about Klopp and he just spoke about referees and I think he spoke about Rooney as well and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I listen. Look, do I think it's a coincidence? No, I think these things they're getting quite obvious now because I think especially with like social media and stuff like that, I think these things are getting so much more obvious in terms of, all of this kind of it's not even a conspiracy. More time it's like, nah, this is blatant. You're actually blatant cheating, but we can't factually prove it that you're cheating unless you're what's that Donny who's been doing the fiddling with the kids in that, like my man. Unless you're doing all of that stuff where him. Unless it's like where it's those kind of videos come out where you've actually said it. I can't factually say that Michael Oliver, yes, the stats are there, but technically speaking, he could probably argue every one of those decisions that we think is controversial. He could probably argue it. So I can't factually say it, but we know, bro, this is just blatant. Come on, bro. Like, you don't fuck with Liverpool. That's it. Coup. They're nonce you. So yeah, man. It's just but unfortunately for Liverpool, this is what I'm see, this is a deeper conversation for another time, like because I feel like even stuff like this is like because we have this like cult-like mentality with like Liverpool in terms of how we are as a club, and also Liverpool in terms of just as a city. We know how Liverpool as a city, and I actually big them up for the way that they are in a sense, right? Because they kind of do their own thing. But because you then you want to act like your own country within a country, that's gonna have like I feel like that's always gonna have like knock-on effects, like in some way, shape, or form. And then because the football club kind of had that same mentality where we are part of the Premier League, but we're in our own kind of league, almost kind of thing in terms of how we are. It has a knock-on effect, and we don't even know that. And I know this is sounding like a whole spiral, but I promise you, there's always a cause. There's always a cause. There's always like a main thing, and then it always gets trickled down. We see it with history and stuff like that. So when I see, Scout's not English and that. So it's like when I see stuff like that, I'm like, bro, sometimes, hey, you bring it upon yourself. I'm not saying it's right, but you bring it upon yourself. And now we're in this situation where now we're saying, yeah, my man don't really fuck with us. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, these refs are trying to mug us off, but we need to play better anyway before we even can get onto them. To be fair, big up to Tosh as well for the supers. Everyone wins if sacked and out. Edward Hughes a point, the man plus we win the Prem. Newman has a great squad plus chance to rebuild. Slot goal with the Premier League CV and money. Thanks and goodbye.
Yeah, that's what N said.
Everyone wins, innit? Everyone wins. They get a new gaffer in. He has a good squad. He can then, come in and go, okay, I need one. Great. Less money spent now. Great. Squad's already good for you to come in. And then you're good to go. You're good to go. But no, man. Let's see what happens. I saw this, thought I'd bring it to you quick. Doesn't need a really long conversation. But Chiesa's got a lot of clubs monitoring him. I think he just needs to go, bro. I honestly feel like there's no point of Chiesa playing at this football club. You're not trusted. They don't need you. Or what? They do need you, but the gaffer don't want you.
Yeah, I was gonna say they need you.
So thank you and goodbye. And I appreciate you. And I'm sorry that things didn't work out for you in a way that you probably envisioned it to work out. But we have a manager that's very stubborn and he doesn't want to play players he doesn't want to play, and there's nothing we can say or do about it. So yeah, just pick a club, go to it, and go and enjoy your career, my guy. That's all I can. That's the only advice I can give you.
I think he would do well at a team like. In fact, I feel like he'd do well at all of them. Actually, to be fair, there's not even one. Like all of those teams: Inter, AC, Napoli. I think they could all use him. Roma, especially, they can all use him, and I think he would be. Yeah, he'd be an asset to them kind of teams, and obviously knows the league and he understands how it works. And I feel like he'll feel more at home as well. Which is going to be a big help for him and his family.
Fair enough. What else we got on the agenda before you go? As I said, I'm not doing a preview, guys, so don't look out for that one. But PSV tomorrow. Then we're not gonna spend long on this, by the way, bro. So my question is, do we win? And give me a score prediction. Chat, same for you guys. Do we win tomorrow? And give me a score prediction for PSV versus Liverpool in the Champions League.
I'm gonna say draw. I'm gonna say draw.
Bro, to be fair, we've been winning in the champs and look better though.
We have, but we lost to Galatasaray, and I feel like this has a Galatasaray feel. I just don't think.
I was about to say we're at home. I was literally about to say we're at home, but it might not matter.
I'm gonna go draw only because PSV have been in some dumb form recently, like stupidly dumb form. So yeah, I'm gonna say draw. I'll go with 2-2. I'll go 2-2.
Desmond, yeah. I've seen people put in the chat that we'll win. Some are saying we'll draw. I don't know, guys, man. I don't know where my head is at with this one because every time I predict us to win, we lose. So I'm gonna do it the other way around. I'm gonna predict us to lose with the idea of us winning.
I'll reverse that.
I'm gonna try because every time I say we're gonna win and I put some like a good score line, we get moved to. I was like 3-1 to us versus Forest. Forest smoked us 3-0. I said we're gonna beat Man City 2-1. We got beaten 3-0. So I'm gonna go PSV to win 2-1, and let's see what happens. So by theory, G, we should win this one 3-0 or 3-1. Based on the logic I've just created in my mind.
It's mad when you don't even know, and usually the chat are usually an indication because you man would usually say, "No, we'll win the game."
How things have changed though, innit? Because normally we're like, "No, yeah, you man are throwing." It's like, "Nah, G, what do you mean we're gonna blah blah blah?"
Bro, everyone's getting angry at me like, "Oh, G, why you being?" Now you lot are predicting more losses than I have. In fact, I didn't even predict a loss against Forest. I predicted a draw, and you guys were like, "Nah, we're gonna win. We're gonna win." Someone's saying we're gonna lose. I'm like, "Bro,
yeah,
times have changed, boy.
Times have changed." But that's what I think. And before we head out, just a quick look at the Premier League table because I like to put you guys through hell sometimes. So I want you guys to look at the Premier League table. Let's have a little glance. We're gonna sit here for around 30 seconds, G, and we're just gonna sit here in silence looking at the Premier League table. Just so people can understand where we're at the moment. And then so 30 seconds, that's all we need.
As I play new edition. That's fucking joke. You know how that comes. It's gotta be a.
And there's your 30 seconds, man.
You know what's mad, yeah? Just look at the teams who are above Liverpool like at this point. Take out the top three. Take out the
Villa,
top three.
that couldn't score in their first 5 games,
Mm-hmm.
and we won our first 5. Palace, that was below us at one point. Brighton, mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
Sunderland, okay, they've been actually doing well, so you give them that. Bournemouth, people don't rate like that. Spurs don't rate like that. Man United, definitely they don't rate like that. And Everton, they don't rate like that. We are sitting 12th on 12 points with -2 and 18. And some people will say, G, guess what they will say to you? It's not that bad. And I remember having this conversation. It feels like yesterday. And I said, guys, we were once 5 points clear. And they're like, Enzi ain't bad, bro. We're only a couple of points away now. We're only 3 points off. And I'm like, no, but there's been an 8-point swing. You know, we were 5 points clear. Now we're 3 points behind. 8-point swing. Then following week, ends, bro. It's only 8 points. Like, it's not that bad. I'm like, but guys, we've had a 13-point swing. They're like, no, yeah, it's all right though, ends. Don't worry about it, man. It's still within, that's a couple of games. You guys do the maths now. I don't even want to do no more maths, bro. This is how far we are now behind Arsenal.
11.
And I'm not just saying Arsenal. It's because they're the leaders in the Premier League in the thing that I want to win again. There could have been anyone there, but it's Arsenal, so I got to mention them.
Bro, that's 4 games.
16-point.
Yeah.
16-point swing.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know, bro. Like, that's 4 games in a row that you pray Arsenal lose every game, which I do not see happening this season. And you have to win them.
Man said we owe the Premier League goals. No, we do. We're a minus. Our account is minus right now. We owe some. We owe goals. We owe the Premier League some goals.
No, like I said, big up Randy. I know you said that. I disagree heavily. I'm sorry. This credit in the bank stuff, it needs to go. Like it's such a silly saying that people always give to almost give an excuse for faults in some way, shape, or form. Like, he's got credit in the bank. Oh, he's got credit in the bank. What do you mean credit in the bank, bro? Like, there's no credit in the bank.
Can I use some of that credit? Can I use it? When can I use the credit?
When can I use it, bro? Credit in the bank should be something that like you've built up over like a stupid amount of time, right? So Pep Guardiola having a shit season last season, it doesn't matter. In fact, he could probably have 2 shit seasons, and it's not even that deep because it's Pep Guardiola, and we know that he's been the guy for like the last 10 years in the Premier League anyway. But this, I don't know, man. Liverpool just,
Well, that's where we're at the moment, man. But as I said, look, guys, I appreciate you guys being here with us, vibing, getting involved in the conversation. Appreciate the super chats, by the way, guys. Love for the support. Smash the like if you haven't done so. Then it's your choice, I guess. Don't know why you're not, but it is what it is. G, appreciate you taking the time out and jumping in and chopping it up with me, bro. Listen, all the topics have been timestamped as well, guys. So if you want to watch it on the replay, you can go to your favorite part. Listen in on the conversation, and then in the comment sections after, just let me know what you think in terms of where you agree with, disagreed with, maybe overreaching, maybe not, maybe didn't really touch on it too much, maybe, I don't know. I'd love to know you guys' opinions. Tomorrow, Liverpool play again. I will definitely be doing the build-up show, so look out for that one. So an hour before the game kickoff, we'll chop it up, look at the team news, and seeing, where we can go, what we can do to put things right. And then after the game, you guys already know we've got the call-in, so make sure you guys are here for the fans call-in after the game. I'm not too sure if Sav is going to be doing the watch-along, but he might be. I don't know. But if he is, then Savage's channel to do the watch-along. It's already in the description. So, as well as G's channels as well is in the description. So go and show some love there, people. I would appreciate you if you can do so. And also, for the guys that don't know, we got a podcast channel that is in the description as well. Please go and subscribe to it as well, man, because there's going to be there's videos already on there, and there's videos coming that's going to be on there as well. But G, man, we've got PSV, then West Ham. Techie still, man. Normally you look forward to these games and go, clean sheet, win. How many goals is Salah gonna get? Do you know one of them ones? How many goals is King Mo gonna get? How many goals is Isak gonna get? Yeah, Verts might get a couple of. Nah, it's long. It's not even that. Yeah, it's mad. And I think 3 o'clock is his press conference, so we know more about the health of the squad as well. So I think
today?
it's 3:25. Yeah, his press conference is today. So we'll know the health of the squad within that, man. But
I wanna. What's the? What did Dean say? Or Savage the other day? What's the black brother? The one who does he's always doing the interview. He's always there
Mo.
when my man does. Yeah, I need him to ask
Mo,
him some questions. Mo, that's it. I need Mo to ask him.
See, I remembered, guy. I told you I'd remember.
Yeah. I actually forgot, to be fair. So now
I forget. No, it's Mo, man. You man can't make me forget now.
When he's doing the press conference, yeah, I need him to. I just want to know what kind of questions they ask. Like, I'm not trying to hear no dibby dabby questions. Nah, we need some, and I just need fun because the press conference is boring anyway. So I just need some type of fun with the press conference.
Jokes questions in it, man. Like, yo, you haven't scored for like the last time you scored first is like 17 games ago when you scored in the first 30 minutes. I was like, let's see if we can do it in this game. I was trying to see if we could score against Forest in the first 30 minutes, but yeah, it's long.
Nah, it ain't happening, mate. Let's see.
It's long.
Let's see.
But appreciate you guys, man. Hope you enjoyed the stream, G. Appreciate you, my guy. Peace out,
bro.
peeps. Peace.